You are the universe experiencing itself. People sometimes fail to live because they are always preparing to live. To go out of your mind at least once a day is tremendously important. By going out of your mind, you come to your senses. As muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone, it could be argued that those who sit quietly and do nothing are making one of the best possible contributions to a world in turmoil. All that you see out in front of you is how you feel inside your head. You, yourself, are the eternal energy which appears as this universe. You didn't come into this world. You came out of it, like a wave from the ocean. The destination of life is this eternal moment. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Insecurity is the result of trying to be secure. It takes time for an acorn to turn into an oak, but the oak is already implied in the acorn. For there is never anything but the present, and if one cannot live there, one cannot live anywhere. It's so important to consider this question: what do I desire? Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. There is a deep, peaceful calm in the dawning of a new day. We get such a kick out of looking forward to pleasures and rushing ahead to meet them that we can't slow down enough to enjoy them when they come. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. So many people of wealth understand much more about making and saving money than about using and enjoying it. They fail to live because they are always preparing to live. When a man no longer confuses himself with the definition of himself that others have given him, he is at once universal and unique. The biggest ego trip is getting rid of your ego, and of course the joke of it all is that your ego does not exist. What keeps us from happiness is our inability to fully inhabit the present. The difference between a baby and adult is that a baby believes in everything while the adult doubts everything. Babies also only tell the truth until they learn what a lie is. Hurrying and delaying are like ways of trying to resist the present. Don't hurry anything. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about what progress you're making. Just be entirely content to be aware of what is. The you who you think you are does not exist. Many people never grow up. They stay all their lives with a passionate need for external authority and guidance, pretending not to trust their own judgment. A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts, so he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusion. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. If we are unduly absorbed in improving our lives, we may forget altogether to live them. When we attempt to exercise power or control over someone else, we cannot avoid giving that person the very same power or control over us. Do you see yourself as a victim of the world, or do you see yourself as the world? The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. Running away from fear is fear, fighting pain is pain, trying to be brave is being scared. Increasingly, the world around us looks as if we hated it. Meditation is the discovery that the point of life is always arrived at in the immediate moment. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Just as true humor is laughter at oneself, true humanity is knowledge of oneself. If we are not totally blind, what we are seeking is already here. This is it. Life and love generate effort, but effort will not generate them. We must be careful that the business we build does not become mere busyness. What would you do if money was no object?